Broadcasting from the Mountain Home Services Studio, this is 97.5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and 102.7 KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air.
Yes, this is my squad.
It's time to get you ready for another day at the ballpark with the On Deck Circle.
What do we have on deck?
Fire it up.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The Bees come into tonight trailing the series 2-1 after falling in Game 3. And while the Bees lost in Game 3, some things are beginning to trend the right way, and that is the way that they are playing defensively. Combined with the pitching overall, they've allowed just 5 total runs in the past 21 in the series, and the defense a big part of that. Yolmer Sanchez, a Gold Glover with the White Sox back in 2019. He continues to shine, and yesterday he put on a clinic, and that has been a good sign for Salt Lake lately. They had contributions defensively from a number of places, and during that recent losing streak, they weren't giving themselves a chance to win. His starting pitching allowed 5 or more runs in 8 straight games, but things starting to move the right way as we close down the first half of the season. Pitchers helping their own cause, like Jake Eater last night. The pitching matchup for tonight, the Bees sending Victor Medeiros to the mound. Medeiros, 3 quality starts on the year, 2 others where he was just 1 out away. One of his best outings of the year against Sacramento a little over a month ago. Shut them out through 6 innings, giving up just 3 hits. He goes against Mason Black, 0-2 against the Bees with an ERA of 6.10. This is his 3rd start against Salt Lake, and while he had a tough luck loss the first time, allowing 2 runs through 5, his last loss against the Bees featured the bottom of the lineup getting to him, which is a rarity for any team against Mason Black. So he seeks revenge against Salt Lake. The Bees, they look to get even as well. When we come back, we'll have pitch number 1 for game number 4. It's the Salt Lake Bees and the Sacramento River Cats, and it's Bees baseball right here on KMYU.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Bees fans. At LVT, we're on a mission to make the world a safer place. Our mobile surveillance units are equipped with high-definition cameras, a loudspeaker, lights, and artificial intelligence to help businesses and communities deter theft, vandalism, and other unwelcome behavior. Learn how to secure your assets, prevent trespassing, and reduce losses at lvt.com.
At Smith's, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, Utah Grizzlies, and the Salt Lake Bees. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Want to be on the cutting edge of cinema? See brand new movies weeks before anyone else? Then you'll love Megaplex Secret Cinema. What's the secret? The title. A complete mystery until the lights go down and showtime begins. What's not a secret is the film's rating and the price. A $5 ticket. It's always a mega real deal. Watch for Megaplex Secret Cinema on our social channels, website, and the Megaplex app. Live life larger at Megaplex.
Trip feels big.
Yeah, okay. Hi.
On a scale from 1 to 5,
I would give Siegfried and Jensen
5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars.
If there was more stars in the constellation, they'd get more.
They've been amazing to work with.
They care about people, and I want to say thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank them for everything that they did for me.
And I would highly recommend them. They were wonderful.
Here for you 24/7.
Call Siegfried and Jensen. Actually, I did leave him a really good review on Google, so.
The lineups are set, and we're ready for another edition of Bees Baseball. The first pitch is just moments away. This is Salt Lake Bees Baseball on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
It's set for game number 4 against the Sacramento River Cats. Yeah, this guy in Victor Medeiros, an amazing start to his season, as he had 5 outings, 3 that were quality starts, 2 of them just 1 out away. He looks to pick up where he was in that phase of his season so far at 25. And for more on Medeiros, here is Sammy Miller.
Tony, it's always an exciting night when we have Victor Medeiros starting things off on the mound. And before the game, I spoke with Caden Dana, and I asked him, Caden, what makes Victor so special? And he said, first and foremost, it's his mentality on the mound. He is so beyond confident, and for him, it doesn't matter who steps up to the plate because he knows that he has the capability of getting anybody out, which is pretty incredible, depending because there is a pretty tough lineup with that side on Sacramento. And the other thing that he added is Caden said he has to talk about that nasty sinker as well as his ability to stay on the attack at all times. I'm looking for a big outing tonight for Victor Medeiros, Tony.
Well, thank you, Sammy. You mentioned that lineup for the River Cats. Here it is. Wade Meckler is going to lead things off tonight. Last night, a guy in Matos with a 2-run home run. Grant McCrae with a 2-run homer as well. This offense, which was held to just 1 run in game 2, scored just 4 runs in game number 3, but that's all they would need in a 4-1 win. The Salt Lake pitching has held down Sacramento's offense to just 5 total runs in the last 21 innings of this series. But it is Sacramento leading the series 2-1. Our defensive alignment tonight: Lugo in left, Paris in center, Cavadas in right, Davis in the hot corner, Sanchez at short, Stevens at second, with Cavadas at first, And, it's Tucker Flint in right field. It is Chad Wallach behind the dish. Victor Medeiros is on the mound. So stepping up to the plate, Wade Meckler. Batting from the left-hand side, 2 for 10 in the series. Hit a triple in game 1 of this series and has scored twice. It's the Bees. It's the River Cats. It's a Friday night. We're at the ballpark, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Thanks so much for being with us. First pitch, 7:07 this evening. A windy, warm night here in Daybreak. Meckler against Victor Medeiros. And Medeiros fires this one grounded right up the middle, but behind the second base bag is Sanchez. High throw, great tag. Cavadas got him, 1 down. So 6-3 the putout. Meckler is retired. It brings up Luis Matos. You see the way that the Bees position themselves defensively. Boy, the wind almost taking Meckler's helmet off. That ball is sailing tonight, maybe even on throws. We've had some very windy games here at this ballpark. This has to be the windiest out of all of them. Matos will take for ball 1 as the wind now has the flag sometimes where it's not just stiff, it's almost like pointing upward. And it has been a strong wind right to left all throughout the afternoon and now here in the early evening. Luis Matos, a 2-run home run last night. He's 4 for 12 in the series with a double and a stolen base to go with it as well. Matos hit a screamer over the left field wall. The wind was blowing out to left last night, but not quite as hard as this. Popped up behind home plate, and the count's now at 1-2. 2 strike counts. They belong to Victor Medeiros. In the 25 season, when he gets an opponent to 2 strikes, the opposing batting average is $150. The opponent's hitting 3 for 22 when the count's at a ball and 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2 to Matos. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Victor Medeiros, who joined the Bees this year after a quick stint that he had with the Halos, had a 3-inning outing against the Minnesota Twins. Matos takes low and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. For Medeiros, who ended the 24 season with the Bees and started this season in High A with Tri-City. 3-2. Matos, pop fly, high in the air. The wind is going to be playing tricks with it. There in the middle of the infield, it's the second baseman Stevens with the call and the catch. 2 down. And no fly ball is safe tonight. We've watched a number of fly balls in this ballpark start in one place and quickly move somewhere else. Here's Grant McCray. McCray 1 for 4 last night with a 2-run home run. It's a nice opposite field piece of hitting. And Grant takes belt high for a called strike, 0-1. McCray 2 home runs in this series, 3 for 11 overall. And 3 of his 10 home runs this year have been against Salt Lake. He's had a very productive season against the Bees. Swings and foul, tips it into the glove, 0-2. Grant McCray, 3 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 13 runs batted in against Salt Lake. Medeiros exhales, winds, the 0-2. Just misses down. Ball and 2 strikes. The Bees, who took game 2 with a fabulous pitching performance all the way around. And then last night, it was a great pitching performance from Carson Seymour of Sacramento. The first game of this series was as wild as any we've had. Sacramento, a team that at times has struggled scoring runs. They were coming off of a 1-run performance. They racked up 12 against the Bees in the first 6 innings. Then the Bees scored 10 unanswered to make it a 12-10 ball game. But in the end, it was Watson pitching a 1-2-3 third inning for his second save in a River Cats uniform. Time has been called by Grant McCray. The count 1-2. 2 down, top of the first inning. No score. Fans continuing to file their way in. Medeiros with a 1-2. McCray takes low, and the count is even at 2 apiece. And for Victor Medeiros, that only start he had against Sacramento, he was coming off of what was a quality start. He has 3 of those. He had 3 straight quality starts. In the middle of it was in the California Capitol. He fouled off left side. Medeiros that night, 6 innings of work, 3 hits. He kept them off the board. He struck out 6. And while he's had some incredibly dominant performances so far this year, the 2-2 has bounced foul to the backstop. His last outing was his toughest one, as at Las Vegas, 5 innings of work. Gave up 6 hits, 6 runs all earned, walked 4, and struck out 3. It was a tough day for Medeiros, as he retired the first 6 in a row that he faced that day. And you could feel it was just another Victor Medeiros start, but suddenly the best team in the PCL, that being the Las Vegas Aviators, came to life in a hurry. As all of a sudden in that 3rd inning, the first 6 would reach base, and the first 6 would score. Next pitch misses, according to home plate umpire David Arrieta. Chad Wallach has challenged this. We'll take a look at the review. In there, called strike 3, and the inning is done. A 1-2-3 first inning for Victor Medeiros. No score. Bees coming to bat. We return on KMYU.
Hey there, it's your friendly neighborhood Holiday. You know, we have something here at Holiday we call the 3 F's, and that means fast, friendly, and convenient. Now you might be saying, don't other convenience stores have convenience in their names? Or you might be saying that convenience doesn't even start with an F. And you know what? You're right. But the thing is, we're having way too much fun to care. Anyway, see you soon at your fast, friendly, and convenient neighborhood holiday, because everybody loves a holiday.
A new era of baseball has arrived in Daybreak with the arrival of the Salt Lake Bees, and we are proud to be their official sponsor. Holmes Homes has been building in Daybreak for over 20 years, helping create a rich environment for families to live, grow, and play. Single-family homes, condos, and luxury estates, Holmes Homes has the perfect place for every fan. Join our neighborhood. Find your dream home in Daybreak today. Holmes Homes. Building more than homes, building community.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West. Or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah,
Harris is going to lead off this bottom of the first. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Salt Lake Bees tonight. With Kyron Paris at the top, Chad Stevens there in the cleanup spot this evening. Chad Wallach in his second home game in a Bees uniform. It was amazing. Last time he played in this ballpark before this series, he was a member of the road team. Kyron Paris 0 for 4 last night with a walk, 2 for 12 with a run batted in the series. A little crack bat, hump back floater over to the shortstop. Alcantara with the call and the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. The defensive alignment tonight for the Sacramento Rivercats. Bishop in left, McCray in center, Matos is in right. Ellis in third, Alcantara at short, Meckler is at second with Eldridge at first. Porter behind the dish, Mason Black is on the mound. And Mason Black, a tough outing in his last start. His first pitch in there for a called strike to Matthew Lugo, 1 for 5 with the double last night. As he gave up a season-high 10 hits against the Tacoma Rainiers. And when he gave up the season-high 10 hits, on top of that, he struck out only 1, which was a season low. He didn't allow a walk, but a personal season high of 7 runs against Tacoma as well. That was just the 3rd time this season Black allowed 4 or more runs, with the last coming back May 16th when he allowed 5 against Salt Lake. Now, despite his last start and despite his struggles against the Bees, he still has the best opposing batting average in the Pacific Coast League. That's punched through the right side, a base hit, Matthew Lugo. So Lugo with his 4th knock of the series. And he's aboard with 1 down for Nico Cavadas. Great job, Matthew Lugo. He's going the other way with that ground ball. Nico Cavadas 0 for 2 with a pair of walks last night. Has 5 runs batted in this series. 2-run double in the opener, 3-run homer in game 2. Nico takes in the dirt. Nice pick there by Porter. And the count's 1-0. What's amazing about Mason Black is the way that he can dominate certain parts of a batting order. He owns the 7 through 9 hitters of any order. 1-0, pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes. The opponents in the batting orders 7 through 9 against Mason Black this year have hit 096. That's what was so impressive about that win for the Bees against Mason Black, because all of the production took place in that part of the batting order. I believe that's when Corey Holland had an opposite field home run. Bees had just this electric night where they started to really pick things up offensively and owned the middle part of that series. 3-0's outside, ball 4. Nicely done, Nico Cavadas. Another base on balls for Nico, as he just continues to rack up the walks in 2025. Brings up Chad Stevens. It's amazing how Nico Cavadas, in terms of racking up the walks, that's his 49th free pass of the year, his 3rd in the PCL. Here comes a guy that ranks high in a number of areas in the Pacific Coast League. It's Chad Stevens. First and second, one out. Bottom one, no score. Stevens takes outside for ball one. Chad Stevens, third in the Pacific Coast League in batting average at .326. Sixth in slugging, fifth in OPS, eighth in total hits. This guy's been a machine. Takes high, 2 balls and no strikes. He's also eighth in total bases as well. Last night, another multi-hit night for him. That was his 23rd of the season. Now he's heading to count 3 balls and no strikes. Stevens has had a stellar year against Sacramento. He's at .384 against them, 3 doubles and 3 home runs. And misfires, ball 4, back-to-back walks, and suddenly the bases are loaded. So 3 in a row have reached base. Here comes J.D. Davis. The catcher Porter is going to go out to talk with Black at this moment. We remind you about the game tomorrow night. It'll be Superhero Night here at the ballpark. Get your tickets, slbs.com. Come on out to the yard. We'll have a drone show coming up right after. And the kids get to run around the bases after the game. J.D. Davis, former San Francisco Giant. Here against the Sacramento River Cats, bases loaded, 1 down. And for J.D. Davis, 1 for 4 with the bases loaded. But that one was the first ever home run hit in this ballpark, a grand slam.
Sacramento's catcher had challenged the previous pitcher.
Porter has challenged this one. It was called high, it stays high. Correct call by David Arrieta.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. Sacramento has 1 challenge left.
1.5 inches above the zone. And so Sacramento now with just 1 challenge remaining the rest of the night. Davis 3 for 9 in this series, including a double and a homer. Grips, holds. The pitch misses for ball 2, and suddenly Mason Black has struggled with command of the zone here. I believe that's 10 in a row out of the zone. Black from the stretch. Davis, a high bouncer towards the shortstop. Alcantara gets through, and into center field, a base hit. In to score was Lugo. Here comes Cavadas. He's going to score. 2-run single, J.D. Davis. The Bees punch first. It's 2-0. Well, hit back towards the middle, and on a 2-0, Davis puts it right back where it came from, and with Alcantara closing down on it, wasn't able to get all the way there. And it plates a pair for J.D. Davis. He now has 33 runs batted in on the season. So first and second, 1 down. Ben Gamble, who homered in this ballpark for the first time last night, but that was his 3rd home run in a Bees uniform. He's had a great start with Salt Lake. Gamble takes for a strike, getting .389, a double, 3 home runs. He hit 2 home runs back on Sunday in Las Vegas. Comes the 0-1. Gamble takes knee high 0-2. There's just certain players, you get the feel right away that they're going to be a great fit for a certain clubhouse in a certain team. Ben Gamble is that guy. Gamble holds up on that one. It's 1-2. Ton of major league experience for Gamble. Also just plays with a lot of confidence, a lot of energy, brings that juice to batting practice or anywhere. 1-2, foul back. Gamble 9 years in the bigs. 723 major league games. Split time with the Mets and the Astros last year. He had a .400 on base percentage with the New York Mets last season. 1-2 to Gamble. Leaves it down. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben Gamble with the Yankees, Mariners, Brewers, the Indians, the Pirates, the Padres, the Mets, and the Astros in his career. He's a guy who plays incredibly hard as well. Gamble foul tips it in the glove. Strike 3. And talk about him playing so hard. He actually injured himself running into the wall last year at Angel Stadium. Suffered a fractured left fibula. 2 out, 2 on, 2-0 Salt Lake. Here's Tucker Flint. And Flint, 0 for 3 last night, a pair of walks, 1 for 8 in the series with a big RBI double in their win back in game 2. Flint, sharp grounder right to the second baseman. Meckler fumbles, collects, throws to first, and just does get Tucker Flint to end the first inning. But the Bees, they're on the board. The bases loaded. 2-run single from J.D. Davis. Salt Lake out in front as we go to the second on KMYU.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, Utah Grizzlies, and the Salt Lake Bees. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Park in America First Square. That's because America First Credit Union has all the products, tools, and services you need to manage your finances or grow your business. If you're ready to get your money working, head to AmericaFirst.com and join the home team today. Bryce Eldridge, Devin Mann, Logan Porter, the 4-5-6-2 up here for the Sacramento Rivercats. Another wonderful night here at the ballpark. Eldridge 2 for 4 with a double last night. And Medeiros fires for ball 1. Eldridge with a home run in the series opener. 4 for 12 overall this week. A lot of excitement about Eldridge. And he takes for a strike, 1-1. And for Bryce Eldridge, a number 1 prospect in the Giants organization. Pitches away. His batting average is at $185. That doesn't really tell the whole story with him. He got off to a great start with Sacramento, had a hit in his first 3 games. His first home run was a grand slam, but he had an 0 for 18 stretch. Hammers that down to right field, and it's going to head all the way towards the wall. Eldridge will get extra bases here as he motors into second base with a leadoff double. First hit of the night for the Sacramento Rivercats. And Bryce Eldridge with his second two-bagger in a Rivercats uniform. That ball jumps off of his bat really well as a laser down the right field side. So here's Devin Mann. 0 for 4 last night, 5 for 20 against the Bees so far this season. From the stretch, Medeiros. And Mann takes for a ball. It's 1-0. Devin Mann, a .310 hitter with runners in scoring position. Medeiros with his opponents hitting .224 when he allows runners in scoring position. Top of the zone, a strike. And it's 1-1. Victor Medeiros is a guy that has had some great performances as we talk about. And the way he will finish many of those performances, that's been as impressive as anything. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Both starters in tonight's game own the later innings in most of their starts. Reminder, most starters are not going to go into the 8th and the 9th. But between the innings of the 5th and the 7th, Opponents hitting .092 against Victor Medeiros. 1-2. Popped high in the air. Running the third baseman Davis. And the warning track in front of the dugout makes the catch. 1 down. You never know what's going to happen with fly balls, especially those that end up around foul ground. As the wind is going to take balls that should end up in the middle of the infield, take them to foul ground. It's going to take some that should be into foul ground, into fair ground. Who knows what's going to happen with the way the wind is blowing here tonight. 1 out, 1 on. Well, I talk about Medeiros in the late innings. First pitch to Logan Porter. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Mason Black, opponents batting .098 in innings 5 through 7. So each pitcher has had great success going deep into ball games and holding opponents down. The 0-1 on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Logan Porter, first appearance of this series. He's at .273 against the Bees with 2 doubles. .237 is his batting average overall on the season. Infield tilted left, 2-0 Bees, top of the second. Porter takes low, 1-2. And the Bees trying to gather steam here towards the end of this first half of the season, as they have tonight's game and the rest of the weekend to close out the first half. Porter takes, it's 2-2. And then the second half, they put their focus on making a push for a playoff spot. And this first half just about wrapped up by the Las Vegas Aviators. They have been stellar in 25. 2-2 is just down. Count full, runner at second, 1 out. And for the Bees, as we mentioned it, starting pitching the last couple of nights, it's looked the way that the Bees expect, combined with great defense. 3-2. Fly ball over everything behind home plate. Last night was not a quality start for Jake Eater, but still one that I think he should feel great about. He retired the final 7 that he faced and gave up 4 runs in 7 innings. And the staff of the Bees certainly pitched well enough to win a game. We're not able to get enough support in a 4-1 loss. Outside for ball 4, Porter aboard, 2 on, 1 out. And ring up Hunter Bishop. Hunter Bishop, 1 for 1 last night with a pinch hit knock. Has a double and a homer against the Bees this year, batting .258 against them. 2 on, 1 out. Bees up, 2-0. Thanks for joining us tonight, whether it be the radio broadcast or the TV broadcast. Bishop, left-hand batter, ready. The pitch. And he bounces it foul to the backstop. Bishop, a .259 hitter when he has runners in scoring position. It's a guy who can catch fire for sure. As the Bees have faced up against him a number of times, whether it be last year or this year. Former 10th overall pick of the Giants back in 2019. Throw back to second and back in safely is Bryce Eldridge. Last year against the Bees, batted .254 against them. This year, batting .258. It's been a similar story. Medeiros fires, and it's inside. Counts at 1-1. And while the Bees continue to battle, and we know the first half hasn't been as good as they've wanted it to be in terms of wins and losses, you look at what it's produced in terms of players. Bishop takes for a strike. Counts 1-2. What it's produced and how it's contributed to the Angels, that has been a positive. And the Los Angeles Angels, as we approach the midway point of the Major League season, are in the thick of things for what will be a really fun wild card chase. 1-2. Soft bouncer to the right side. Stevens with it. Turns it, throws to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. They hit the corners with 2 down. So Stevens retires Porter. Bishop is now at first. Eldridge goes to third. Well done there by Stevens. Play this ball and get it to second quickly. They didn't have much of a chance to get Hunter Bishop on that. Here's the former member of the Salt Lake Bees, Drew Ellis. Ellis 0 for 3 last night. His first battle against the Bees while with Sacramento. 2 out, runners at the corners, and Ellis takes for ball 1. He was first pitch swinging in his first 2 ABs last night. And while with the Bees last year, Drew Ellis played 32 games. He hit .243 with a couple of doubles, a triple. He homered 5 times. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. And Ellis spent plenty of time in the Bigs. Last time in the Bigs in 2023 with the Philadelphia Phillies. With the Mariners in 22, also with the Diamondbacks that year as well. Ellis flies it high left side. The wind's going to push that well, fouling out of play. Counts 1-2. Originally a second-round pick of the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2017, where he first played on the national stage was when he played in the 2008 Little League World Series. Count 2-0, or the count 1-2. The score 2-0 Salt Lake. Ellis takes away. Count is now even at 2 apiece. Eldridge at third, led off the inning with a double. Porter at first, or rather Bishop at first, got on with a fielder's choice. Ellis takes outside, the count is full. So Medeiros, who pitched a 1-2-3 first, has had to work hard here so far in the second. As he approaches pitch number 40. Fans making noise here in this second inning. Hoping Medeiros will keep Sacramento off the board. Runner at first goes. Medeiros steals. It's fouled straight back. We'll do it again at 3-2. Drew Ellis 0 for 2 with the River Cats with runners in scoring position. He started the 25 season in Indy Ball. He was with the Lexington Legends. Ellis ready, Medeiros ready. Bishop taking off. And Ellis flies this to right and deep. Going back on it is going to be Flint. He'll slow up in front of the warning track and make the catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of 2. Bees lead 2-0.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Smith's, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, Utah Grizzlies, and the Salt Lake Bees. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Moments last longer at the Megaplex movie theater. So join us at any location across the state of Utah with bigger screens, better food, and great memories. Go to megaplextheaters.com. Check out times and films because life is too big for small screens. That Megaplex opening up next month. You want to join us for what will be a terrific entertainment experience all around the America First Square area, including the ballpark right here. That's obvious. But then you have the movie theater, which will have everything from dining to bowling to other great family fun. The movies as well. Chad Wallach leads it off with a pop-up to the right side, fouling out of play. It's 0-1. Wallach 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored on Tuesday. But this area is going to be alive and well each and every day. And their first strike, you have the amphitheater here at America First Square. It has opened up. Huge congratulations to everybody for their hard work and the successful events that they've had here over the last couple of weeks. And that also includes a free concert tomorrow. Should join us at the ballpark tomorrow. 0-2 is high. Coming up tomorrow, they have a wonderful concert before the game. Kids are going to love it. Sky high pop-up left side of the infield. Shortstop Alcantara behind Ellis. And Ellis with the call and catch. 1 down. 2-0 Bees, bottom of 2. Yolmer Sanchez now to the plate. 2 for 4 last night. 4 for 8 with a double in the series. That concert tomorrow, as the weather should be great, it'll be the Grand Slam Jam with the CC Soundhouse All-Stars. Hope you get the started the right way. Sanchez takes for a strike. Kids are going to love it for sure. Saturday nights, this place is going to be the best place to be with all of that. Plenty of great shows coming up this summer with the amphitheater at America First Square, and that's popped up. Left field, Wynn pushing hard, pushing even more, going back Bishop on the warning track to make the catch. And I'm telling you, the wind is pushing so strong that way that something that looks like a lazy fly ball in a hurry can become a serious threat. And it feels like nothing is safe if you get it up in the air and you get it out to left field. 2 out, nobody on. Kyron Paris takes high for ball 1. The holidays are going to be amazing around here. I know we're a ways away from that. But this place is going to be decked out. A number of festive holiday events taking place here at the ballpark. Just a lot of great family fun. And this is the place where double headers are going to be frequent. I mean, maybe you hit a movie in a ball game. You might hit dinner in a ball game. You might go to a show and a movie, that being a comedy show of some sort. You might hit a movie and a concert. I mean, there's so much that is going to be taking place right here at America First Square. 2-1. Paris gets a hold of one deep to right. Going back Matos, and he dropped it. Here goes Paris heading for second. E9, and Kyron Paris is in scoring position with 2 down. Well, initially, it looked like tough luck for Kyron Paris. He got a good piece of this, and the wind certainly doing its part to knock that ball down. Matos in front of the track goes to make the catch, and it pops out of his glove. So, first error of the night. And the Bees are going to try to make that one hurt. They're up 2-0, bottom 2, 2 out. Matthew Lugo singled and scored in the first. This is the first game of the series where, as the pitch is on the knees of the corner, first strike. First game of the series, the Bees have scored first. Mason Black from the stretch fires. Fly ball, right field, long run, Matos. He is not going to get there with the first baseman, Eldridge. Well, a nice sliding catch. Eldridge, a few times in this series, has made a grab right above his head. This time with a long run, and he had to keep on going. Slides down. He's had great moments with the bat. He's had great moments with the glove. We go to the third. Bees up 2-0.
Mountain Land Kitchen and Bath Showroom is now open in Orem, Utah. Discover exciting new kitchen appliance brands like True Column refrigerators and the gorgeous Ilve ranges. Experience our state-of-the-art wellness spa with working cold plunge, sauna, and steam shower systems. Feel the difference our knowledgeable staff can make to help you with your new custom home build or remodel. Let Mountainland Kitchen and Bath help you get that kitchen or bath you've dreamed of into reality.
A new era of baseball has arrived in Daybreak with the arrival of the Salt Lake Bees, and we are proud to be their official sponsor. Holmes Homes has been building in Daybreak for over 20 years, helping create a rich environment for families to live, grow, and play. Single-family homes, condos, and luxury estates, Holmes Homes has the perfect place for every fan. Join our neighborhood. Find your dream home in Daybreak today. Holmes Homes, building more than homes, building community. Tuesday is Family Night, presented by Holmes Homes at the ballpark at America First Square. Get 4 berm tickets for just $40 and bring the entire family for an evening of baseball and fun. Family Night happens every Tuesday home game, but tickets are going fast. Get yours now at slbs.com. The third inning, Bees lead 2-0 against the Sacramento Rivercats. Make sure to join us Sunday, and make sure to visit our friends from University of Utah Health, the official care provider for the Salt Lake Bees and you. Go to their booth on Sunday home games. They'll have free sunscreen, hats, sunglasses, and more, because we want you to enjoy the game and stay protected. Stay cool, stay safe all game long, and stay safe in the sun this summer. Alcantara, the number 9 hitter, takes a strike, 0-1. Third inning of work for Victor Medeiros. 1-2-3 inning in the first. Worked around some traffic in the second. Alcantara takes in the zone again, and it's 0-2. Sergio Alcantara, 1 for 4 in last night's game. 2 for 8 in the series with 4 walks. The Giants, the 5th organization Alcantara's been a part of. It's mostly with Reno last year. Pitched low, 1-2. He had 20 doubles, 7 triples, and 8 homers last year with Reno. He was in the Diamondbacks organization. 1-2, softly grounded to the second baseman, Stevens. He'll hoover it up, take his time, and throw to first. Out number 1. 1 out, nobody on. Back to the top of the order, Wade Meckler. Meckler grounded out to short back in the first inning. I mentioned the University of Utah Health table that they have here at the ballpark on Sunday. Be here for the Sunday brunch. Come early for that. Get your tickets at slbs.com. Meckler, a 2-bouncer to first. Cavadas plays back on it. Underhands to a covering Medeiros. 2 down. 2 soft ground balls induced there by Victor Medeiros. A quick 2 up, 2 down. Here's Luis Matos. Matos, who started the 25 season with the Giants, 24 games. He started the year hitting .354. Takes for a strike. The problem is he had an 18-game stretch where he went 5 for 54. That included a 7-game drought and a 6-game drought. His debut season with the Giants in 23, had 76 games with them then. Pitches outside. Count 1-1. The score 2-0 Salt Lake. 8th youngest player in the majors when he entered. Scored 10 runs in his first 7 games. That's the most in Giants history ever in a span of that many games. The runner-up to that was a guy named Willie McCovey. Pretty well known. He had 9 before that. The former Cal League MVP is a 19-year-old back in 2021. Puts this one high in the air. Sanchez, the shortstop, drifting over, and he'll make the catch. On the left side of the infield, the inning is done. 1-2-3 go the Rivercats. Bees coming up to bat in the third. They lead 2-0.
Hey, Bees fans. At LVT, we're on a mission to make the world a safer place. Our mobile surveillance units are equipped with high-definition cameras, a loudspeaker, lights, and artificial intelligence to help businesses and communities deter theft, vandalism, and other unwelcome behavior. Learn how to secure your assets, prevent trespassing, and reduce losses at lvt.com.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is it. Tuesday is movie night at Megaplex. Every movie, every screen, every format. A blockbuster deal every Tuesday. Bigger screens, bigger savings. Nothing says less is more than Mega Tuesdays at Megaplex. Looking for something to do the day after Monday? Get your crew together and live life larger at Megaplex. Not everyone can turn a discount Tuesday into Mega Tuesday. Only at Megaplex.
Back here to the ballpark at America First Square. Join us at America First Field coming up tomorrow, 3 p.m. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's play 2, a 3 p.m. kickoff between the Utah Royals against Seattle Reign FC. And you can catch that game right here on KMYU. It's a great way to have a doubleheader, a 3 p.m. kickoff with the Utah Royals. You could go to that game and then come over to this game here. Nico Cavadas leads off the inning, takes for ball 1. And if you want to just watch the games on TV, it's perfect. 3 o'clock game. It'll be done around 5. Have dinner, get a few things done, and then watch us with the Bees against the River Cats on KMYU. The weather is going to be about as perfect as it can be this weekend. Get outside, have some fun. The 1-1. It's low, 2 balls and a strike. Well, Nico Cavadas loves to put the ball out on Betty's berm in right field. But with the way the wind is blowing, it is going to be a tough task. But Nico has great opposite field power. Takes high and away, 3-1. Nico walked back in the first and scored. Betty's berm, love to see a big fly out that way. Fans always excited out there with their blankets. That's where we do Bark in the Park as well. Whoa, inside. Nico gets out of the way. It's ball 4, second walk of the night for Nico Cavadas. We'll bring up Chad Stevens. He walked back in the first. Third walk issued there by Mason Black. Mason Black, as I mentioned before, 0-2 against the Bees this year, but that first loss against Salt Lake, that was a tough luck loss. Stevens takes low for ball 1. I mean, Mason Black went into that game, gave up just 3 hits throughout the night. He struck out 10 Bees hitters, went 5 innings, and gave up a pair of runs, and ended up with the loss. He just got no support. Stevens takes up and in. It was that night in that first meeting with Mason Black against the Bees. Sacramento didn't score until the 9th in what was a 5-1 ball game. Second time around, the Bees got to him with the bottom part of the order. Swing and a miss. Counts 2-1. Nico Cavadas at first. Bees up 2-0 in this bottom of the third. Black deals. Steven Skies, right side, hovering above the right field line, but going out there is Eldridge. Has to come back, and he can't make the catch. Now you see right there is it's a foul ball. The way the wind is going to push that ball around. It started off like it was hovering above the right field line and slicing right. And then it's almost like it has late movement you would see on a pitch, and it just comes right back. We've had a fly ball dropped out and right, and that one misjudged. Tough play. We've had catches on the infield that look shaky. That's what the wind is going to do tonight. Here comes pitch number 35 from Black. Stevens takes a called strike 3. So 1 out, 1 on. Here's J.D. Davis. J.D. Davis, the 2-run single back in the first inning. J.D. Davis had a 2 for 22 stretch in a Bees uniform, then all of a sudden just tore it up before getting called up to the Halos earlier this year. Davis foul tips it into the glove. And it's 0-1. One of the teams Davis has played well against, it's the Rivercats. He's batted .310 against them. He has 3 doubles. He has a home run against them this year. That home run was in this series. Bounce to the shortstop, Alcantara. Goes to second for one. Meckler turns and tosses to first. Nice stretch by Eldridge. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head now to the fourth. It's 2-0, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West. Or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Mountain Land Kitchen and Bath Showroom is now open in Orem, Utah. Discover exciting new kitchen appliance brands like True Column refrigerators and the gorgeous Ilve ranges. Experience our state-of-the-art wellness spa with working cold plunge, sauna, and steam shower systems. Feel the difference our knowledgeable staff can make to help you with your new custom home build or remodel. Let Mountain Land Kitchen and Bath help you get that kitchen or bath you've dreamed of into reality.
Join the Salt Lake Bees for their inaugural season at the ballpark at America First Square. Visit the new beautiful ballpark and experience baseball like never before. Whether you're a diehard fan or just love a great night out, there's a seat for everyone. Enjoy the game from a field level suite, the Terrace Club, or relaxed lawn seating. The ballpark at America First Square is designed for unforgettable moments. Don't miss out. Grab your crew and root for the Salt Lake Bees. Get your tickets now at slbees.com. It's the ballpark at America First Square.
97.5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
At America First Square. So we hope to see you coming up tomorrow. Get your tickets at slbees.com. Bees Baseball is brought to you by LVT. See how LVT helps increase safety and security for your employees and customers at LVT.com. McCray bunts it up the first base side. Quickly getting it is Cavadas and tags him on the baseline for route number 1. McCray trying to sneak a bunt single. Cavadas playing back, did a great job hustling up the line quickly. Here's Bryce Eldridge. Eldridge with a double back in the second. As the Rivercats threatened in that second inning but did not score. Eldridge with their only hit so far on the night. Infield shifted right, playing back. Eldridge takes for ball 1. Eldridge, another hard hit ball right through the middle into center field, a base hit. Eldridge started to swing a hot bat as of late. Had a 2-hit night last night. He has a 2-hit night already tonight. He's aboard with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Devin Mann, who popped into foul ground left side. Back in the second inning. Digs in here in the 4th. Rivercats 35-37 on the year. Mann takes a strike, as they would need to essentially win out to finish above 500 in this first half. They've had a very interesting season of ups and downs. A number of stretches where their offense goes cold. Mann swings and misses. And a number of those games against the Salt Lake Bees. Salt Lake this year, they have 7 games they've held an opponent to 1 or fewer runs. They're 7-0 in those games. 5 of those performances against Sacramento. One of them from Victor Medeiros. Inside to hit him. So Devin Mann aboard. A hit by pitch. The River Cats were able to get 2 on with 1 out in the second. They didn't score. They have 2 on with 1 out now here in the fourth. Here's Logan Porter. Logan Porter, who played with the Royals in 2023. Homer drove in 3 during his 11 games with Kansas City. Walked back in the second inning. 2-0 Bees, 2 on, 1 out. Top of the fourth. Excuse me, foul ball. It's back to the backstop. Porter started after it ever so slightly. Victor Medeiros has had to work hard through the second, now here in the fourth. The 0-1. Porter takes on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Victor Medeiros, who comes from Cuba. We've told the story plenty of times about how his family would eventually make it to the United States. Had to pay $9,000 privately to somebody to help get them there. 5 borders, over 3,000 miles. Porter puts a charge into one deep left center. Going back on this one, the left fielder Lugo, and he's got it on the warning track in front of the 385 sign. Tagging at second, going to third is going to be Eldridge. And holding at first is Mann. So a towering fly ball. And the ballpark just did hold it. 2 out, 2 on. Here's Hunter Bishop. Well, anything that's in the air that way, you hold your breath. You just never know what's about to happen. Here's Medeiros with the runners on the corners, 2 down. He got out of this similar jam in the second. And he's about to get out of it in the fourth. Nice grab, Medeiros, underhand toss. Once again, the River Cats threaten, they don't score. 2-0 Bees. We go to the bottom of the fourth.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Explore, plan, and book your next trip with Travel Pass, travel's new triple play. With real travelers sharing real recommendations, you'll always know where to go, what to do, and where to eat. Tips you can trust are right at your fingertips with Travel Pass. Travel Pass is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Hey, Bees fans, gear up for the season at the Salt Lake Bees team store. From jerseys and hats to souvenirs and more, we've got everything you need to show your Bees pride. Swing by the store today at the ballpark or shop online at beesteamstore.com. Go Bees! Explore, plan, and book your next trip with Travel Pass, travel's new triple play. With real travelers sharing real recommendations, you'll always know where to go, what to do, and where to eat. Tips you can trust are right at your fingertips with Travel Pass. Travel Pass is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Hey, Bees fans, gear up for the season at the Salt Lake Bees team store. From jerseys and hats to souvenirs and more, we've got everything you need to show your Bees pride. Swing by the store today at the ballpark or shop online at beesteamstore.com. Go Bees! Apple! At the very last moment, taking the victory over Cabbage. Congratulations to the Apple. And Bees fans, you can score free game tickets at Smith's. Spend as little as $75, get 2 tickets. Spend $150 or more for 4 free tickets. Learn more at slbs.com/Smith's receipt. Ben Gamble leads off the bottom of the fourth. Bees up 2-zip. Ben Gamble this year, when leading off an inning, hitting .318. That includes 2 home runs. Pops this up, high left side, giving Chase Ellis. It'll go out of play. I mentioned leadoff home runs. Gamble had one last night to lead off the ninth. The Bees played at a pair back in the first. Gamble struck out in the first inning as well. He fouls it off the glove of the catcher, Porter. Ben's brother Matt played with the Brewers from 2008 to 2012. International League MVP back in 2016. He and Ben Gamble. Takes low. Counts even at 2-2. Mentioned that 723 Major League games. And while the Angels watched him crash into the wall last year, Gamble goes the other way, puts it up in that jet stream. Back is Bishop. It's gone. Ben Gamble just continues to swing a hot bat in a Bees uniform. It's 3-0 Salt Lake. This guy making himself right at home here in Salt Lake and with the Bees. Whether he's on the road or at home, no problem. This guy with great opposite field power. Smooth stroke, tons of experience. Guy who's an everyday hitter. And if you watched him in that clubhouse and around that team, you would never believe he's only been around this team about a week. "3-0 Salt Lake." Gamble already with 4 home runs with the Bees. Tucker Flint rounded out to second in the first inning. Fouls that one off. Counts 1-2. And anytime you get somebody with a new team, and they kind of try to get themselves comfortable a little bit, it can take a little bit of time every now and again. Well, that's not the case with a guy in Ben Gamble. But you have to remember he's had a number of new teams that he's had to get used to so often. So I'm sure with that kind of experience, you're able to get settled in a little quicker than most. He looks like he's been with this team all year long. 2-2. Flint takes low. And I mentioned the vibe and energy that Ben Gamble has. You watch him, after doing some outfield work, any kind of work out there in the field, he comes jogging in. He's got this bounce. He's got this juice. First time we had a chance to meet, he had all kinds of enthusiasm. He was excited to be here. And when I say here with the team, we were in Vegas when we first had a chance to interact. Tucker Flint takes a base on balls. He's aboard. And it brings up Chad Wallach. Chad Wallach popped up to third back in the second inning. 3-0 Bees, bottom of the fourth. First pitch from Black. There goes Tucker Flint. The pitch, a strike, and Flint with a stolen base. He is now 6 for 6 stealing bases this year. And while the Bees have some base stealing threats at the top of the order, they also have some of them in other parts of the order that would sneakily be Tucker Flint. Softly bounced left side foul. Count stays at 0-2. Well, great to have Chad Wallach here as a member of the Salt Lake Bees. Wallach, no stranger to this organization. Played with the Bees all last season, had 12 home runs, drove in 46 to go with 15 doubles. It's a charge into one high and deep into the right. Long run from Matos, but he'll get under and make the catch. Tagging from second, going to third is Tucker Flint, and he's there with one down here in the bottom of the fourth. So Wallach flies out, and here is Yolmer Sanchez. Boy, did this guy put on a show last night. Now, he had a 2-hit night. He's 4 for 9 in this series, but Yolmer Sanchez just over there in the hot corner last night, he had 3 different plays that just make you shake your head with just how impressive he is playing a ball in so many different ways. Infield in, pitch a ball. And a great job starting a double play. Had an amazing stop on a dive to pop up, get a tag out on a runner coming back to third, and then throw out the batter runner at first. 1-0 was fouled off the mask of Porter. And it's 1-1. But you watch him day in and day out, and you see how deeply he focuses on any of the work before a game. His care level is as high as anybody you'll find. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He's never going through the motions. I think that's something that if you're a younger player and you come in and you see a guy like Yolmer Sanchez, anything in batting practice, he intensifies the rep. Deep focus. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout for Mason Black. 2 out, runner at third. 3-0 Bees, bottom of the fourth, top of the order. So Mason Black, as I mentioned before, who is so good pitching to the 7 through 9 hitters of any order this year, with the exception of one outing against the Bees, he has still not given up a hit to that part of the order. Kyron Paris, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Popped up to short, reached on an error from Matos in right. Pitches high, ball 1. A solo homer from Ben Gamble to lead off this inning. That's how the Bees jumped out to this 3-0 lead after they led 2-0 in the first. J.D. Davis, a 2-run single. Kyron Paris, guy who was the number 4 prospect in the Angels organization coming into last season. 2-0 is high. Counts at 3 balls and no strikes. He was the number 2 position player. Tapped as having the best strike zone discipline at the time. He had a great start with the Angels this season. A couple of hits in this series. 3-0. Started after it, left it in the zone. 3 balls and a strike. The Bees up 3-zip, looking for more. Nice to have a big 2-out hit here. It's something the Bees did so well in game 1 of this series. Something Sacramento did last night. Check swing, pitches up. Did he go? No, he did not. Runners hit the corners, 2 down. And here's Matthew Lugo. Lugo 1 for 2 with a single back in the first. Scored the first run of the game. And with Paris on board, always a danger to take off. Jack Santora over there in his ear. Third base coach, manager of the Bees, Keith Johnson, over there in the third base coach's box. Harris 7 for 7, stealing bases so far this year. Creeps out to a bigger lead and dives back to first. Watch out. Almost a wide throw there by Black. Eldridge tried to deke Paris by making him think that ball got away. Kyron Paris, his last healthy and full season, stole 44 bases. That's with Rocket City back in 23. There he goes. The pitch, high, throw to second, low, skipping off of Paris and into left center field. Scoring from third is going to be Flint. Paris will hold at second, 4-0, Salt Lake. And the speed of Kyron Paris shines once again. Outstanding jump. And those first 3 steps so big. He's going to be tough to get anyway with a great throw. And that one bouncing through, as it'll likely be an error against the catcher Porter. Paris at second, 2 down. Lugo takes high. Paris going for third, and he will get there. A late sign, but a correct sign from Denver Dangerfield, the third base umpire. He had to make sure that Paris didn't overslide it. Could never assume, even with 2 outs, that he might not just take off on you. His instincts are just tremendous. Lugo swings and misses 2-1. Kyron Paris was taught how to steal bases by the greatest base stealer of all time. That's Ricky Henderson. And yes, while he told you he was the greatest of all time, he was not wrong. Lugo the other way, high in the air to the right side, giving chase as Eldridge, you never know, by the tarp, but it lands in about the 7th row. 2-2. Kyron Paris now 9 for 9 stealing bases. Mentioned the 44 he had a couple of years ago, but he just said, man, it was amazing learning from Ricky Henderson. He talked about the confidence, talked about the focus, timing, and those first 3 steps so strong. 2-2. That's down. So Kyron Paris turns that 2-out walk into what was eventually known as a Ricky Henderson triple. He's at third, 2 down. The 3-2 to Lugo. Flies it high to the right side, out of play. The Bees with 2 in the first. They have 2 here in the fourth. Do the 3-2 again. Lugo softly bounces right side. Meckler's got it. He'll throw to first. In time, the inning is over. But the Bees, they get a pair. Ben Gamble going the other way. His 4th home run in a Bees uniform, the 2nd of this series already. Kyron Paris using his speed to create stress, bringing home another run after. Bees lead 4-0. We go to the 5th.
Hey, Bees fans. At LVT, we're on a mission to make the world a safer place. Our mobile surveillance units are equipped with high-definition cameras, a loudspeaker, lights, and artificial intelligence to help businesses and communities deter theft, vandalism, and other unwelcome behavior. Learn how to secure your assets, prevent trespassing, and reduce losses at lvt.com.
From Commercial Direct Racial Truck Accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Hey there, it's your friendly neighborhood Holiday. You know, something we're kind of proud of is that all our fuel is sourced in Utah and Idaho, which means no cross-country trips for our fuel trucks, which in turn means better air quality. And that's important to us because we live here too. Those faceless corporations that run other stores, they don't care about our air. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're busy starting a tire fire somewhere right now. Anyway, we'll see you soon at Holiday, where everything is better, even the air.
Talking about the first square. That's the place to be. The Bees are up 4-0 over the Sacramento Rivercats. Whether you're on the berm or up in the club seating or anywhere in this ballpark, you're having a good time. The wind blowing hard right to left. Got a home run already out that way. Ben Gamble, solo shot in the 4th. And the Bees lead 4-0 as we go to the 5th. Drew Ellis, former Salt Lake Bees, going to lead it off. Ellis 0 for 3 when leading off an inning. With the Rivercats, Victor Medeiros at 62 pitches coming into the inning, fires outside for ball 1. Love to see this from Medeiros and many of his terrific outings. They don't necessarily have to be so perfect. He's been able to work out of some trouble in the 2nd, worked out of some trouble in the 4th. As each of those innings had 2 out, or rather 2 on with 1 out. Ellis flied out to right in the 2nd. Takes a strike, 2-1. Love the energy of this ballpark every single night. Every night feels like every fan's first night here. Just feel the energy on the concourse before the game, even being up here in the booth. Left side, there's J.D. Davis in the hot corner. He's got it. Throw to first in time, 1 down. One out here at the top of the 5th. And it brings up Sergio Alcantara. Alcantara grounded out to 2nd. I was back in the 3rd inning. I mentioned the energy around this ballpark. You can feel it outside of the stadium, right there before the gates open. And the first year of this, for sure. But it's also one of those where the fans are excited about the different amenities that are here, the wonderful activities for the kids. Contra takes outside 2-0. 4-0 Bees, top 5, 1 down. And I love this time of the night. And twilight hour here. And just sit back and I look out there, it is just gorgeous. Pitch misses 3-0. When you first get talking about, a new ballpark and how excited you are for it, the player amenities are great, everything for the fans to enjoy. But then you get into some other stuff, 3-0, that you may not have noticed was coming. It's in there for a strike, 3-1. And one of those that I could never have accounted for is the view. We knew that was going to be great, but just the overall vibe and feel of this place during the twilight hour. Contra fouls it off, 3-2. And I love that as you look out there, the shadows finally engulf the entire ballpark. 3-2 from Medeiros. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 out, nobody on. For more on tonight's game, let's go to Sammy Miller.
Tony, tonight the Bees needed someone to come in and set the tone early on, and it was J.D. Davis with that 2-run single. And throughout a player's career, they will have countless different coaches, but there tends to be one or two who make a lasting impact on a player's life. And for J.D. Davis, it was his hitting coach with the New York Mets, Chili Davis. And it was Chili who really instilled the belief in J.D. that he could be a productive major league player and allowed him to spread his wings at that level, all while teaching him the art of hitting. And boy, has it paid off, as JD has had a phenomenal career, and he looks to continue to make an impact tonight, Tony.
Well, absolutely. And what a great start for him, as you mentioned. What a great stretch it's been for him with the Bees. Medeiros, a 1-2-3 fifth inning. He continues to flex. So do the Bees. They're up 4-0 halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Smith's, you always get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Having the right team matters. That's where WCF Insurance shines. With over a century of trust, we're not just insurers. We're partners to businesses, agencies, and communities across the West. Our goal? To safeguard and elevate every player on the field. If WCF isn't part of your lineup yet, it's time to have a word with your agent. Coverage and services may vary by state, subject to underwriting and policy terms. WCF Mutual, WCF National, and WCF Select.
Hey there, it's your friendly neighborhood Holiday. You know, people love holidays for all sorts of things. For our top-tier fuel, our coffee, our energy drink selection, our fresh donuts and popcorn, and of course for our friendly customer service. But people also love us for our huge selection of candy. Yep, candy. I mean, sometimes you need something sweet or sour or tangy or chocolatey. Heck, sometimes you need a little bit of everything, and here at Holiday, we've got it all. So stop on by and satisfy that sweet tooth, because everybody needs a holiday.
Christopher Square, bottom of the fifth, 4-0 Salt Lake against Sacramento. Bees trying to even this series up here tonight. And off to a great start. Last night it was the River Cats with a 4-0 lead until the Bees finally scored in the ninth in a 4-1 win. It's amazing. The first game of this series, the two teams combined for 22 runs. It's been much quieter offensively since. Nico Cavadas, a pair of walks on his night. This guy has an incredible eye at the plate. Cavadas takes inside, ball one. And the pitches he does not swing at, and the way that sets him up for something good to hit. And he just does not give in. That's at the knees for a strike inside corner. One thing Nico did talk about, though, he said he's trying to become better at not allowing strike two quite so easily, as his discipline at the plate is terrific. So he hits that ball hard right to the second baseman, Meckler. He'll make the throw to first in time, one down. Cavadas hit it hard, but he's retired. And it brings up Chad Stevens. Stevens a walk and a strikeout on the night. Mason Black in his fifth inning of work. Black has really held down lefties so far this season. They're hitting just 187 against him. Right-handers hitting 230 so far in the season. Stevens holds up and takes ball one. The 1-0. Stevens watches that one. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, you get a delicious Salt Lake Bees brunch every Sunday home game when you join us here. Get the special package. It includes a game ticket and a full brunch menu for $47. Perfect way to spend your Sunday here at the ballpark. Stevens hits this off of his leg. Hopefully he's okay. Drops down to the ground. Might need a second to walk that one off. You know, whenever you think about what you want a player to be as they work their way up in the minors, this is exactly what you look for. I mean, last year, we talked about this before, struggled in the Astros organization, ends up with the Angels. They have great conversations with him about what it's going to take. And when you look at Chad Stevens, this is a guy with incredible passion and then constantly learning to figure out the know-how. 2-1. Pops it up right side, running out for it, Eldridge, and he's in foul ground. He can't make the catch. Boy, that wind will continue playing tricks on a ball out there. We've watched Eldridge make some terrific catches so far in this series, and then he's had a few others that just hasn't been able to haul in because he's looking right above his head, and that wind has been able to make that ball dance. Two balls, 2 strikes. But I mentioned the deep passion combined with the willing to do whatever it takes to find out the know-how, the skills, the talents, the small things. And lastly, a guy that will do whatever it takes. Stevens swings and misses, strike 3. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th. Now, Sammy Miller was talking about J.D. Davis just moments ago. He had the 2-out single in the first, or the 2-run single in the first. 1 for 2 on the night. Now here he is in the 5th inning. And that experience that Sammy was talking about, the Angels were his 6th major league team in his career. A skyscraper right above home plate. Get out of the way, JD. Foul ball. Porter started after it in front of home plate, thinking that might be fair territory. And the wind shoves another ball well away from where anyone thought it might be. You hate to use the wind as an excuse, but you have all of these, high-level baseball players that are having trouble with this. It's just, it explains it. I mean, Porter thought that might be edge of the grass in front of the plate, and ended up by the warning track by the backstop. I mentioned with J.D. Davis, 6th major league team, that being the Angels. 6th major league team over the last 9 years. And while he played for the Mets, Chili Davis was big for him. He actually modeled his game after David Wright of the Mets. Hits that one towards short. Alcantara's got it. A laser throw to first in time. And the inning is over. Bees go down quietly in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Salt Lake up 4-0.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
At Smith's, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Get ready for a season full of fun with Salt Lake Beast theme nights at the ballpark at America First Square. From Star Wars Night to Princess Night and Country Weekend, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Check the promotions calendar and grab your tickets now at slbs.com. tradition here at Ballpark at American First Square. Friday nights, they're known as Far Better Fridays. I scream, you scream, we all scream for Far's Ice Cream. Well, the fans that are the loudest, they get those Frisbees, and it has a coupon on it for free ice cream from Far's Ice Cream. Make sure to enjoy the best tasting treat here at the ballpark, that being Far's Ice Cream. And on top of that, make sure to head on over to their locations in Weber County. You're going to love it. I've been there. And when you go there, don't get picky. Go all in. Matos takes outside for ball one. Yeah, when it comes to the toppings and you join them at their location, you know, when in doubt, put it on. Matos 0 for 2 tonight. And he fouls it back 1-1. Victor Medeiros has kept the Sacramento Rivercats scoreless through 5. Combining his other start against Sacramento, it is 11 straight innings he's kept them off the board. And he's allowed 5 total hits in that time span. Matos fouls it back. Luis with that 2-run homer last night. He hit a laser over the left field wall, and now with the wind howling out that way, believe it or not, it's picked up even more. I didn't think it could pick up any more than it has been tonight. You know, flags are starting to get tattered out there because of it. Wallach sets up knee high, and it's down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Victor Medeiros, a guy who pitched for Coach Rob Walton at Oklahoma State. Coach Walton had one of the more unique stories ever in the history of baseball. Pitched through a lot of injuries. And Rob was actually set to make his major league debut. Matos takes high 3-2. Rob Walton coaches now at Oklahoma State, but in his pitching days, he was set and ready to go. He was going to get called up after a performance, and he ended up needing surgery, I believe, for a torn rotator cuff. He would never pitch in the bigs. Matos, little flare, on the move. Stevens makes the catch for out number 1. 3 pop-ups for Luis Matos. Bring up Grant McCray. When you even see it with different infielders and outfielders putting on the gas, hitting the brakes, putting on the gas, hitting the brakes, having to change speeds as the ball dances around. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Grant McCray. But Medeiros played for a guy in Coach Walton who is one of the greatest examples of perseverance. He had tragic family deaths in his younger years, and on top of that had to sit alongside his dad who was fighting cancer. I mean, it was an amazing journey for Coach Walton. He gives back to a lot of younger players. He enjoys coaching there at Okie State. He loves contributing to the game in positive ways. And then you learn of the journey of Victor Medeiros, and a guy who's just so full of gratitude, had to fight through so much adversity just to get to America. Nice pick, Davis. Nice throw as well. 2 down. Boy, J.D. Davis. A 2-run single today. A fine play here. This is not an easy play. He has to play this on that short hop well before the games. And we're talking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He'll be out there working on hops like that. Like the fine details. J.D. Davis works on every bit of that every day with Jack Santora. Bryce Eldridge 2 for 2 today. He has both Sacramento hits. Takes a strike 0-1. But as I mentioned, Rob Walton, who has been through so much, Victor Medeiros, who's been through so much, and each of them prevailing in the face of adversity, there's no surprise they were a great match. Eldridge puts it high in the air. Down the left field side, not a play. Well, one of the most unique things that happened for Rob Walton, his son Donovan Walton would eventually be called up to the bigs. And wouldn't you believe it, Donovan Walton, a position player, would get called on to pitch late in a game. I thought that was a moment that had to be so magical for the Walton family. 0-2. Eldridge fouls it back. Donovan Walton, who was in the Giants organization, the recent years, and it was always fun to have around when he faced up against the Salt Lake Bees. The 0-2. That's high. Ball and 2 strikes. But you get around this game, and as Sammy had reported earlier, you talk about different guys that had different impact. It's always wonderful to see the people that positively impact one another on a day-to-day basis. Eldridge gets under one. Wynn pushing it out. Going back to the wall is Lugo, and he'll make the catch right in front of the chain link fence by the bullpen. You're never quite sure. And Lugo makes the catch. The ballpark in America First Square just did hang on to it. And so did Lugo as well. Right in front of the bullpen. He's up 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long. Strike 3, you're out. Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
Having the right team matters. That's where WCF Insurance shines. With over a century of trust, we're not just insurers. We're partners to businesses, agencies, and communities across the West. Our goal? To safeguard and elevate every player on the field. If WCF isn't part of your lineup yet, it's time to have a word with your agent. Coverage and services may vary by state, subject to underwriting and policy terms. WCF Mutual, WCF National, and WCF Select.
It's up 4-0. Ben Gamble led off the 4th with a solo home run, and he's going to lead off this 6th inning as well. He has 3 leadoff home runs in this season. Gamble was homered twice in this series as well. First pitch swinging left side. It's going to go foul, and it will head out of play. Well, Tuesday nights here at the ballpark in Daybreak at America First Square, they are family nights. Get 4 tickets for $40. It's brought to you by Holmes Homes. Certain things fit really well. I mentioned Gamble in the Angels organization, and here with the Bees, he hits one hard. Alcantara back from the grass at the shortstop spot. Rockets to first in time. 1 down. Tucker Flint to the plate. 4-0 Salt Lake. Well, the other thing that is a wonderful fit is Holmes Homes in this ballpark with the Salt Lake Bees. It's Holmes 5th generation now of putting together dream homes and helping dreams come true for so many different families. Flint, first pitch takes a strike 0-1. As they were building homes out here in Daybreak before anybody. They were the first to break ground. Kind of helped build this community. But while they helped to start build this community, they also had a big focus on, just really customizing that house the way it needs to be. They go deep into such pride because of what's behind it with their family. Fumbled there by Meckler, but he recovers and throws to first in time. A pair of groundouts, 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Chad Wallach, 0 for 2. Popped up to third and flied out to right. But Holmes, who sponsors Family Night, and you can't think of a better Family Night sponsor with the history that they have with families here in the state of Utah. Also what they have here in Daybreak. And when we talk about how special it is to be a part of a ballpark, there's a reason why it's called a clubhouse. And they want clubhouse feel, clubhouse connection. Holmes has that with the way that they work, with the culture of their company, and also with what they do for families in the community. Pop up to first. Eldridge has it in foul ground. As suddenly, it is Mason Black who has retired 8 in a row. We head now to the 7th. He's up 4-0.
Hey there, it's your friendly neighborhood Holiday. You know, we have something here at Holiday we call the 3 F's, and that means fast, friendly, and convenient. Now you might be saying, don't other convenience stores have convenience in their names? Or you might be saying that convenience doesn't even start with an F. And you know what? You're right. But the thing is, we're having way too much fun to care. Anyway, see you soon at your fast, friendly, and convenient neighborhood Holiday, because everybody loves a holiday.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, Utah Grizzlies, and the Salt Lake Bees. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Here at the ballpark at America First Square, Bees up 4-0. We remind you, Bees Baseball is brought to you by Holiday Oil. Make sure to fuel up your car at Holiday Oil. Check out the variety of great snacks, treats, and drinks that are available for you there, because everyone loves a holiday. Well, what a start so far for Victor Medeiros. 6 innings of 2 hits, shutty, and he has had it dialed in. Man pops it up. Right side, foul ground for now. Wallach now chasing the other way, and it's going to drop down foul. Wallach started almost up the first base line, and that ball hit at the base of the backstop, clear on the other side, well in foul ground. 0-1. Victor Medeiros has retired 8 in a row. He has been so impressive. He has walked 1. He's hit a batter. He's given up just 2 hits. Bees up 4-0. Devin Mann takes high 1-1. And Victor Medeiros in this window, it is no surprise. I mentioned before, innings 5 through 7. Opponents with a batting average of .092. Pitches away. Medeiros approaching 90 pitches. The count is 2-1. On the other side, Mason Black, innings 5 through 7. Opponents hitting .098. 4-0 Salt Lake. Devin Mann fouls it straight to the backstop. Devin Mann, when leading off an inning, is just 1 for 20 here in the 25 season. Victor Medeiros. Here comes the 2-2. Up and in. Count full. Opponents facing a full count against Victor Medeiros coming into tonight, just 3 for 19. I mentioned it before, but Medeiros in 2 strike counts has nailed opponents down for a batting average of .150. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Victor Medeiros has it stuck on automatic, 9 in a row.
Number 13, Logan Porter.
There's Logan Porter, who flied out to left in the 4th. That was after he walked in the 2nd. Medeiros back to work again. Porter swings and misses 0-1. And you would love nothing more if this is his final inning, which it likely is for Victor Medeiros, for him to run through the finish line and not to the finish line. 0-1. Off the end of the bat foul, 0-2. He has been throwing a ton of strikes. Amazing command. He's had hitters off balance. A ton of soft contact throughout the night. Here comes the 0-2. Low. For Victor Medeiros. Now 93 pitches, 60 of them, or 96 pitches, 60 of them for strikes. 2-2. For the River Cats, 2 hits on the night, both by Eldridge. That's in foul ground. That's out of play. While Eldridge 2 for 3 with a double and a single. For everyone else, it's been shutdown city. Medeiros with 2 on and 1 out in the second worked out of it. Also 2 on 1 out in the fourth, no problem. Since then, nobody has been able to get on. And what I also love about this for Medeiros is it's not like he's going out there and racking up 10 strikeouts. One thing catchers love about Victor, executes the game plan. Part of that game plan is helping get soft contact, get him to hit it where you want it. Missed his spot, hit the zone. Called strike 3 by David Arrieta. Tapping the helmet was Logan Porter. Let's hang on. That pitch looked down, I'm not going to lie. And it was down. They call Logan Porter.
Overturned.
And so Sacramento hangs on to their one challenge they have remaining. He's retired 9 in a row until now, with Logan Porter getting on his second walk of the night. And both walks on the evening issued by Medeiros have been to Logan Porter. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Hunter Bishop, and the pitch count to triple digits. Chad Wallach to talk to Medeiros right now. Hunter Bishop to the plate. B's up 4-0. Hunter Bishop, a fielder's choice in the second. He grounded out back to Medeiros in the fourth. Logan Porter, 2 for 2 stealing bases on the year. Take his lead at first. Hunter Bishop, left-hand batter ready. Bishop takes inside, ball 1. The weather report says that the wind is 19 miles an hour. But at its strongest, that feels much heavier than that. Bishop down and away, and the count's 2-0. And for Victor Medeiros at 102 pitches, after he struck out Devin Mann, issued the walk to Porter. Wheels starting to wobble a bit for him here in this top of the 7th. Trying to regrip. 2-0. Bishop skies it. Left side. Long run for everybody, including Sanchez, the shortstop. Left fielder on the move. It's Lugo. Runs through to make the catch. 2 down. Here comes Drew Ellis. And you get the feeling Drew Ellis is going to be the final batter that Victor Medeiros is going to face here tonight. And if you're Medeiros, you would just, well, if you're following this, you'd love to see Medeiros end this out the right way. Drew Ellis 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. 0-1. Ellis 0 for 5 in this series. Medeiros shut the River Cats out for 6 innings. The last time he faced him, he gave up 3 hits. He's been even better so far tonight. That's fouled back, 0-2. Tonight, he's allowed just 2 hits. Just 2 walks. He's kept the bats quiet for the River Cats. Cats lead the series 2-1. Bees lead game 4, 4-0. Here comes the 0-2. That's high. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch count now reaching the temperature on a Modesto summer day. 107. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. What a performance by Victor Medeiros. His best start of the year. 7 innings of 2 hits shutting and a baker's dozen worth of innings of shutting down the River Cats. He's up 4-0. They're stretching here at the ballpark at America First Square. They're pumped about it. So's Victor. Bees on top.
At Smith's, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Start your Sunday with baseball and brunch at the ballpark at America First Square. Every Sunday home game, enjoy a Salt Lake Bees brunch featuring a full brunch menu plus a game ticket for just $47. It's the perfect way to spend your Sunday. Get your tickets at slbees.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Goes on now for the Sacramento River Cats. Taking over for Mason Black. And for Burgos, an ERA of 6.35 in the time that he has been with the Sacramento River Cats. Bees up 4-0. And for Burgos, he has 4 performances against the Bees. His last outing at the AAA level was against Salt Lake. And he kept them off the board in 1 1/3 innings, although those were earlier innings. First pitch in there for a strike. He's leading off. Is Yolmer Sanchez now batting for the right-hand side. It's the lefty Burgos. Leo 1. Sanchez to center. Here comes McCray. He won't get there. Drops in front of him for a base knock. Leadoff single, Yolmer Sanchez. Great way to start off the bottom of the 7th. For Burgos, 3 of his 4 outings, didn't give up anything. But the second time he faced him back on Easter Sunday, the Bees played at a pair. And Burgos, who spent the first 7 games at the AAA level and to AA recently, this is his first game back. Paris squares to bunt, bounces it foul, 0-1. Mason Black's night is finished. And not bad tonight. 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, only 3 earned. He did walk 5, struck out 4. Most importantly, gave his team a chance to win, but no offense tonight from Sacramento. Paris takes strike 0-2. Paris tonight popped up to short, then reached on an error by Matos and right, walked, and then stole 2 bases. Big hole right side. The wind occasionally changing directions, now blowing straight in from right field. And then back to right to left. That is one feature of this ballpark, too. The wind usually a factor, and then every now and again the wind just will not make up its mind. Paris takes low, 2-2. The Bees with a win tonight. Not only would they even the season series, or this series 2-2, they would even the season series at a total of 8-8. Very similar to what they have with the Albuquerque Isotopes, where those two teams just toe-to-toe all along the way. In their series with Albuquerque, neither team could get ahead by more than one game. Burgos fires on the outside corner, strike three. Challenged here by Kyron Paris.
Salt Lake batter had challenged the
Kyron thought that was way outside, and the review said it was away. Certainly missed.
After review, the Columbia field is overturned.
2.8 inches officially. So, 2 on, nobody out. The Bees with a chance to get some big insurance in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Matthew Lugo. Now Lugo 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. He had his first hit of the night. Lugo ready. Corners in. Squares to bunt. And misses 0-1. Now, you love to see this with Salt Lake. You get on top. You get a great starting pitching performance. Offense, timely. And then you need some late insurance to go with it. And that misses down. If you look at every win the Bees have had, just about every one of them that they've had against Sacramento, this has been what it's like. Great starting pitching, timely hitting, great work out of the pen. Lugo puts it down but foul over by the first base on deck circle. 1-2. It's all right, Matthew, you want to swing away anyway. Grip and rip. Sanchez at second after a leadoff single. Infielders backing up. Paris at first after the walk. And the pitch is low. 2-2. Lugo, a .226 hitter with runners in scoring position this year. Bees on the night 1 for 7 in these situations. Oh, Lugo. Deep left. Down the line. And it goes foul. Matthew Lugo, guy who was at a New York Yankees game with his dad. They're sitting in Yankee Stadium. That's when he stared out there. He was 13 years old. He said, "Dad, I really feel like I can play at this level." Lugo takes for a called strike 3. He's had a couple of call-ups this year. Living that dream to play in Major League Baseball. Continues to be a vital part of this team's lineup. So is Nico Cavadas. Lugo and Cavadas came over together in that trade from the Red Sox. 2 on, 1 out. Cavadas, who made his Major League debut with the Angels last year, takes up and in off the glove of the catcher Porter. Heading to third is Sanchez. Stuck in between first and second now is Kyron Paris. They're going to run down Paris. Sanchez leaks from third, and they're going to tag out Paris. Sanchez returns to the bag at third base. 2 out in the inning. Sanchez is about a third of the way down. Paris was hanging on as long as he could. And then when Sanchez was heading back, the River Cats executing a rundown very well to get a key second out. So for Nico, it'll be a 2-out hit needed to bring in the run. Unless the River Cats do the Bees a favor. Softly bounced towards the second baseman, Meckler. He charges from the base path, throws to first, away from Eldridge. There's the favor. Run scores. Sachi's in. Bees lead 5-0. For Sacramento, it's likely to be ruled in error, and that would be their third of the night. Meckler had to charge on this one and on the move make a throw, but certainly had plenty of time. Eldridge over there at first. That's a play they're frustrated they did not make. Bees up 5-0. Stevens Takes for a called strike, 0-1. So it is an error on Meckler, E4. Third time of the day that Cavadas has been on. It's headed out to right, and Matos is there to make the catch. The inning is over, but the Bees, they get a run on a hit, and error and one left. We go to the 8th. Salt Lake up 5-0.
Not sure how to hire a lawyer after a car accident? Call Siegfried and Jensen. We'll walk you through it. Think it's too expensive? Here's a fact. At Siegfried and Jensen, you pay nothing up front for our services. Nothing. We simply don't get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you can talk to us whenever you need to. You can come see us, get case updates, ask for advice, and get your questions answered anytime. Get the facts and the help you need after an accident. Call Siegfried and Jensen today.
Less is more. That's what they say anyway. So why is Megaplex different? Because we believe more of a good thing is just the right amount. Life deserves all the more, the bigger and the better it can be. Bigger screens, better food, greater laughs, larger moments. More is more when it's with each other. So buy some tickets, a Coke and popcorn, freshly exploded, and live life larger at Megaplex. This is it. Tuesday is movie night at Megaplex. Every movie, every screen, every format. A blockbuster deal every Tuesday. Bigger screens, bigger savings. Nothing says less is more than Mega Tuesdays at Megaplex. Looking for something to do the day after Monday? Get your crew together and live life larger at Megaplex. Not everyone can turn a discount Tuesday into Mega Tuesday. Only at Megaplex.
Bust it. Another one coming up tomorrow. Join us here at the ballpark at America First Square. And while you're here, come early. The weather's going to be great. We'll have a special concert before the game at the amphitheater at America First Square. It'll be the Grand Slam Jam with the CC Soundhouse All-Stars, a free concert. It'll help you get the night started right way. And the kids are going to love it for sure. Saturday nights, that's the place to be there at the amphitheater at America First Square. The amphitheater brought to you by Rio Tinto Kennecott. Mining premier American copper in Utah for over 120 years. We mine it. America depends on it. Jack Dashwood taking over for Victor Medeiros. And Victor Medeiros, 7 innings, shut out the River Cats, gave up just 2 hits on the night. Alcantara takes for a strike, 0-1. For Victor, that was his best performance of the year. His second best performance against Sacramento. That was 6 innings of 3-hit shutout ball. 0-1. Alcantara fouls it off. Alcantara 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out to second, struck out. Jack Dashwood, guy was at a busy 2025 with the Salt Lake Bees. Dashwood from the stretch, nobody on. Alcantara takes high. That is going to be challenged by Chad Wallach. He thought it was strike 3.
Salt Lake City catcher had challenged the previous pitch.
Let's take a look. It's going to be close. And he nailed it. Top of the zone. A backward K. Called strike 3.
Pitch is a strike. 1
out. Nobody on. Here's Wade Meckler. Nice call, Chad Wallach. Last year, Chad Wallach had a percentage. I don't know exactly what it is, but it felt like it had to be high 80s or low 90s on successful challenges. There was a stretch there last summer. Felt like he just could not get it wrong. Meckler out to left, hustling. Lugo on the move, 2 down. Quick 2 outs to start the 8th. Jack Dashwood has not allowed an earned run in his last 5 outings. Last time he allowed an earned run was back on May the 29th at Tacoma, and he allowed just 1. Chad Wallach out to have a conversation with him as Luis Matos comes to the plate. In his last 10 games, 11 innings, 1 earned run, 12 strikeouts. He just gave up a solo homer. That was it. His ERA is at .82. Opponent's batting average 209. He's been far from perfect. The biggest thing is just simply going out there and pitching a scoreless frame. Now, KJ is making the walk out to the mound. You know, Jack Dashwood is okay. Something might not be right. KJ with a quick conversation now with David Arrieta, and they are going to go to the bullpen. No, now they're telling him to go back. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Because he has to face 3. And that's why I thought something might be wrong with Dashwood. With the way that started to set up. But Dashwood is okay. All right, that makes me feel much better about it. B's up 5-zip, top 8. Anytime you see that, a quick 2 up, 2 down, all of a sudden the way Wallach went out there and the way KJ came out, made you concerned for Dashwood. Luis Matos 0 for 3. First pitch takes down ball 1, but I mentioned just how great Dashwood has been since May the 18th. Allowing just the 1 earned run. Well, before that, he had a couple of tough outings, but he had a big stretch before that where he was pretty solid. Matos down the line, headed for the corner. A screamer foul. Well, the count's 1-1. But Jack Dashwood, at the start of this season, Selly had a tough time finding his footing. His first 6 games, his ERA was 35.10. Opponents rating .565 against him. And he was only able to go 3 1/3, giving up 13 hits, 13 runs all earned. Matos rips to left. Lugo on his way back. He'll look up. It's off the wall. Extra bases for Luis Matos. And he is the first Sacramento hitter not named Bryce Eldridge to have a hit tonight. 2 out, 1 on. There's Grant McCray, 0 for 3. And so now KJ is going to make the walk out there. And he will indeed go to the pen. Last time it was Jose Fermin coming out, and I believe it will be again. Tell you more about Fermin when we come back. B's up 5-zip, top 8, 2 down, 1 on KMYU.
Hey there, it's your friendly neighborhood Holiday. You know, something we're kind of proud of is that all our fuel is sourced in Utah and Idaho, which means no cross-country trips for our fuel trucks, which in turn means better air quality. And that's important to us because we live here too. Those faceless corporations that run other stores, they don't care about our air. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're busy starting a tire fire somewhere right now. Anyway, we'll see you soon at Holiday, where everything is better, even the air.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Smith's. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Smith's, you always get big flavors and big savings. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Back, Jose Fermin taking over here for Jack Dashwood. Fermin, the third pitcher employed tonight by the Bees. And Fermin, in his 4th outing in a Bees uniform. He had his first performance here at the ballpark in America First Square, pitching a scoreless 9th against the Sacramento River Cats. He had 2 outings at Las Vegas. One of them a scoreless 8th, the other one an 8th inning where he gave up 2 hits and a run. He struck out 3 in that outing a couple of nights ago after the leadoff walk. Faces Grant McCray, who rips down the right field line, foul. 0-1. Grant McCray 0 for 3 tonight. Jose Fermin, who started the year in Rocket City, and then with the Halos for 9 games. 7 2/3 innings, an ERA of 5.87. Gave up 5 earned runs, 9 hits. 0-1. Outside, in and out of the glove. The catcher Wallach starting towards third was Matos, but he holds up. The Bees have kept the River Cats off the board tonight. Victor Medeiros, a great 7-inning performance, allowing just 2 hits. Dashwood retired 2, gave up a double to Matos, and here is Fermin trying to keep it quiet in the 8th. 1-1 to McCray. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Jose Fermin, 6'3" right-hander from the Dominican Republic. Comes set from the chest, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss to the dirt, strike 3, tag applied, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit. No errors, 1 left. No problem for the Bees pitchers tonight. 5-0 Salt Lake, going to the bottom of the 8th.
97.5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
If your money's been hanging out in a savings account but not getting the gains you want, it's time to get your money working in a high-yield certificate account from America First Credit Union. America First certificates can help you save more, faster, without breaking a sweat. No matter what your financial fitness goals are, get bigger gains and greater rates with a certificate account from America First. Open yours today. America First, helping your money do more. Federally insured by NCUA.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Mountain Land Kitchen and Bath Showroom is now open in Orem, Utah. Discover exciting new kitchen appliance brands like True Column refrigerators and the gorgeous Ilve ranges. Experience our state-of-the-art wellness spa with working cold plunge, sauna, and steam shower systems. Feel the difference our knowledgeable staff can make to help you with your new custom home build or remodel. Let Mountain Land Kitchen and Bath help you get that kitchen or bath you've dreamed of into reality.
And then 1 in the 7th. They lead it 5-0. J.D. Davis leads off this 8th inning. He had a 2-run single back in the first. He's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Burgos out there for his 2nd inning of work. Great work by both starting pitchers tonight. Medeiros was stellar. Mason Black not bad. And a weird moment there. I hope Logan Porter is okay. Appears to be all right. And I know the wind has had some issues, but no. Here's the 0-1. Davis takes down for a ball. J.D. Davis, back in 22, had the 3rd hardest hit percentage in the bigs. It's that one hard, but foul. It's 1-2. J.D. Davis was only behind Aaron Judge and Yordan Alvarez. This guy is fun to watch. Come to the ballpark every day. You always feel like he's going to do something big with the bat. He's had a few really fine defensive plays, including a tough short hop. Picked it really well. Davis golfs that one over Alcantara into left. A base hit. 2nd knock of the night for J.D. Davis. He has 5 hits in the series and 7 runs batted in. Just kind of went down to get that one, and Alcantara was a terrific athlete there at short. He can get up. It was too tall for him. There's Ben Gamble. 1 for 3 with that solo homer in the 4th inning. Went the other way with it. 5-0 Bees. Nobody out. Gamble takes up. Tomorrow night, fun game on hand. We'll also have Carson Ragsdale against Dakota Hudson. And Dakota Hudson's best performance of the year was against Sacramento. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Hudson, starter in tomorrow night's game, took a shutout into the 9th inning. He was going to go for the complete game shutout, and the offense finally broke through against him then. It's flying down the left field line. It's going to go out of play. 1-2, and Hudson, you could just feel it, man. He was in control right from the beginning. The crowd there at Sutter Health Park was dead silent all night. And then in the ninth, they got a couple on. They would get those 2 in, and the Bees would go to the pen. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gamble down on strikes for the second time tonight. 1 for 4 with that homer. Tucker Flint 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Bees up 5-0. So that game tomorrow night, 7:05. We'll be on the air at 7, right here on KMYU. Porter sets up outside. And the pitch is low. 1-0. J.D. Davis at first. Flint in the box. Chad Wallach on deck. He's already up 5-0, looking to get greedy here in the bottom of the 8th. Flint ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes. We love it with what should be such a fun rest of the series. I mentioned how tight the series has been played. They've had a lot of close games to go with it as well. Flint bounces foul. It's been interesting with the change in the rosters there too. The Bees now with Chad Wallach back with the Salt Lake Bees. That's been such a great addition. He joined the team last week in Vegas. Runner goes. The pitch is strike. Throw to second. Not in time. J.D. Davis is there. And I actually like the way that Denver Dangerfield, the third base umpire, hangs on just an extra second to be sure of the tag and then also to make sure the runner stays on. J.D. Davis, his 3rd stolen base of the year. He's 3 for 4. Flint takes a call, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts. All right, Burgos, 2 out, runner at second. There's Chad Wallach. Chad Wallach. All of last season with the Bees. The year before that, splitting time with the Bees and the Angels. It was in 23. He had a career-high 65 Major League games that year. Takes a strike, 0-1. Made his Major League debut in 2017. People forget he was a part of that Marlins postseason run in 2020. Well, it takes 1-1. It was a great run that they had as they swept the Cubs 2-0. They held him to 1 run. Well, he was the catcher in every game of that postseason. 1-2, misses. While he's been with the Bees and the Angels, batted .361 in that 23 season with Salt Lake. But more than that, it's just the way he calls a game from behind the dish. 2-1. Up and away, 3 balls and a strike. And I said this last night as well for the Sacramento River Cats when I was talking about Zach Morgan. Deserves a ton of credit for the work and the success of the pitchers for Sacramento last night, Wallach deserves a ton of success for the pitching tonight. Ball is low, ball 4, and Chad Wallach is aboard. Chad Wallach also a part of a really special moment in Angels history. He was the catcher for the Reed Detmers no-hitter with the Angels. He homered in that game as well. He's a big part of that. Reed Detmers, what a shining moment for him. And they worked together last year here with the Salt Lake Bees. That was such a fine moment for the organization, a team that has continued to battle uphill. And I've always said I think catchers should get credit for a no-hitter just like a pitcher. And just like this performance tonight for Victor Medeiros, I think that a catcher in Chad Wallach should have something like that on his stat line. Yolmer Sanchez with 2 on and 2 out. Sanchez rips to center. It's down for a hit. Here comes Davis around third. Throw to the plate, cut off. Throw to third. Davis does score. The rundown is on. The inning is over, but the Bees lead 6-0. Yolmer Sanchez tacks on one more. And Sanchi, another 2-hit night for him. That's his 6th knock of the series. Last call for the River Cats. He's up 6-0. We go to the 9th on KMYU.
A new era of baseball has arrived in Daybreak with the arrival of the Salt Lake Bees, and we are proud to be their official sponsor. Holmes Homes has been building in Daybreak for over 20 years, helping create a rich environment for families to live, grow, and play. Single-family homes, condos, and luxury estates, Holmes Homes has the perfect place for every fan. Join our neighborhood. Find your dream home in Daybreak today. Holmes Homes, building more than homes, building community.
Hey, Bees fans. At LVT, we're on a mission to make the world a safer place. Our mobile surveillance units are equipped with high-definition cameras, a loudspeaker, lights, and artificial intelligence to help businesses and communities deter theft, vandalism, and other unwelcome behavior. Learn how to secure your assets, prevent trespassing, and reduce losses at lvt.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
The 9th, middle of the order for the Sacramento River Cats. Eldridge, Mann, and Porter against Jose Fermin. Trying to put a lid on this one. The Bees up 6-0 against the River Cats tonight. Chad Wallach, great work behind the dish. The starter tonight was Victor Medeiros. 7 innings, just 2 hits. Jose Fermin struck out McCray to end the 8th. They'll look to keep it quiet here in the 9th. He pitched the 9th back in game 2. Allowed a leadoff walk, and after that, 3 strikeouts in a row. Bryce Eldridge, 2 hits on the night. Takes low for ball 1. Eldridge, a double and a single. Bryce fouls it back. The number 1 prospect in the Giants organization. Been busy throughout the series. Sacramento's been quiet offensively tonight. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the River Cats. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Bees. Eldridge swings and misses 1 and 2. Yolmer Sanchez, the RBI single to close out the bottom of the 8th. The leadership on this roster right now is tremendous, especially when you look at the experience. Eldridge bounces it foul. Mentioned Wallach behind the plate. And his experience, years and the unselfishness, the extension of the staff there with the Bees. Also, a father who is a manager, swinging and a miss, strike three. Jose Fermin, if you go back to the other night, he has now struck out 5 straight River Cats hitters. 3 to end the ninth that night, 2 to start his evening tonight. There's Devin Mann. Devin Mann, 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Drops in there for a strike, but the major league experience of a guy like Yolmer Sanchez, who we talked about before, his unselfishness, his dedication to doing whatever it takes to be the best player for his team. 0-1, swinging and a miss, 0-2. The staff, KJ and everybody else talking about how loose and light that Sanchez keeps it. Great report earlier tonight by Sammy Miller about J.D. Davis. 0-2, just nibbles low. Nice spot. And then you get talking about others on this team. And the poise and the patience of a guy like Stevens. Fly ball to right. Here comes Flint. On the move. It'll drop in. 1 out single for Devin Mann. 4th hit of the night for the River Cats. 1 on, 1 out, 6-0 Bees. Here's Logan Porter. He's reached base twice with a pair of walks. But you like the way this lineup is coming together. You like the way the pitching staff is coming together. And I know the first half isn't a lot to write home about with wins and losses. When you look at how the Angels have been impacted positively by the work that's been done here, and when you look at the continued development by a number of individual players here at this level right now. Pitch is high, 2-0. It's going to be an exciting second half of the year for the Bees, trying to battle for a second half championship and maybe a playoff berth. It's always tough, though. Only 1 out of 10 teams gets to go. You have to be the best in the league. It's not a divisional thing. 2-0. It's upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. But I think it's also going to be a fun second half of the year for the Angels, who will be in the mix for a potential wild card spot. Never know what happens in the division. There's just so much that can happen between now and then, which is down and away. Because right now the Halos in 4th in the division. 6.5 games back. But when you look at the wild card, and it is cluttered, there's no doubt about it. There's a ton of teams right in the mix. The Angels are 2 games back. And far from anything guaranteed, but I think it'll be great just to have the team in the mix of something like that after the way last year went. Called strike. Here to Hunter Bishop. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch. On the inside corner, a strike. Angels tonight trailing the Astros right now 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. But last year, a 99-loss team. You were talking about development and patience and all of that, but you want it to pay off in some way. The 0-2 is going to get past Wallach on a wild pitch. Move runners up to 2nd and 3rd. But obviously health will play a role into it. You'll need players to continue to emerge at the major league level. You want to see even more consistency from a number of key players. A young Christian Moore, what will he be in this second half of his first season playing in the bigs? A lot of chapters left to this 25 season. 1-2, cut on a miss, strike 3. And the River Cats are down to their final out. Bees up 6-0. Drew Ellis, the last chance here for the River Cats. Fermin is going to try to keep this a shutout. Ellis softly to the left side. Here's Davis on the move. Ball game over. Shutout complete. 6-0 the final. And the winner is Salt Lake. Dominant from the first to the end. The pitching staff of the Bees, remarkable here tonight in game number 4. They allowed just 4 hits. They jumped out 2-0 to start with the J.D. Davis 2-run single. And after that, Victor Medeiros, 7 innings, a 2-hit shutty. 13 total innings for Victor Medeiros against Sacramento, and he has not allowed them a single run with 5 combined hits throughout all of that. A businesslike 6-0 win. They even the series this week at 2 games apiece. They've tied up the season series 8-8. What a fabulous night here at the ballpark. You should join us coming up tomorrow. Same 2 teams, same place, same time. 7:05. Get your tickets at slbs.com. The Bees kept the bats of the River Cats quiet all night long from the very beginning. Medeiros a big part of that. Jack Dashwood, who got 2 outs there in the 8th. And the wheels wobbled a bit there for Fermin in the 9th, but he kept them scoreless. Let's head on down to Sammy Miller.
Thank you so much, Tony. I'm now joined alongside Bees starting pitcher Victor Medeiros. Victor, how about the masterclass that you just put on? 7 scoreless innings, only allowing 2 hits with 4 Ks. First off, how are you feeling after a performance like that?
No, it feels good. It feels good to get a team win, and it just feels good.
Oh, I felt that one. Yeah. Luckily, it's a warm night out here, Victor.
Good too.
I felt pretty good. And what was working the best for you in your arsenal tonight? Seems like practically everything was.
I think Chad just did a really good job of just keeping me in the zone and just being able to go out there and just do me. I think he did a really good job with just making sure I stayed under control and just attacked the zone.
And speaking of Chad, what is it like to have such a seasoned vet behind the dish for you?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing to go out there and just have confidence in the guy behind you and have confidence in everybody behind you. And it's a good time to just go out there and have fun. You really don't ever focus on anything else but just throwing the ball in the zone and making pitches.
You also had some early run support with J.D. Davis's 2-run single. So does that add a little comfort to you on the mound as well?
100%. J.D.'s been, crushing the ball. He's been making good plays at third, making good plays at first. It's just good to have a good team win and to start it off, get a streak here going.
And how about this shutout as well? How proud are you of Dashwood and Fermin?
Oh, they did a great job. They came out there and closed the door. Fermin did a great job. Dashwood did a great job just going out there, throwing strikes, and getting those guys out.
Well, thank you so much, and go dry off back there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Victor Medeiros. And she worded it perfectly. A master class tonight from Victor Medeiros, and I love what he had to say about Chad Wallach. A huge part of that. What a great battery this evening between Medeiros and Wallach. Boy, the Bees wanting to bounce back after what was a tough offensive night in Game 3. They were able to get some early production here in Game 4. The 2-run single from J.D. Davis gave them that 2-0 lead. And Nico Cavadas, who reached base a couple of times, comes in to score early on. Davis feeling good. The Bees are feeling good. And we'll give you a full game recap coming up after the break. Bees win tonight, 6-0. They did it all right here on KMYU. Gamble with a homer for our radio broadcast. We'll talk to you coming up tomorrow night. For those of you on our TV broadcast, the postgame shows coming up next. 6-0 the final, and the winner is Salt Lake.